Alright, so the episode starts off with a mystery figure sharpening some knives in what seems to be a kitchen. This apron wearing mystery person sends their knife down, launching a spurt of some red liquid as well as cutting what looks to be organs? And then we get a look at some animal sized cage with a figure inside. Oh my god, bro, this guy's cutting up puppies! As we will soon come to realize though, this person is not in fact an evil chef. We cut to Okuyasu and Josuke walking around Morayo. Okuyasu spots a new Italian restaurant that just opened up. Although skeptical at first, Josuke decides to join Okuyasu and head inside. They are immediately welcomed in by a blue-eyed blonde chef who helps seat them. The man introduces himself as Tonio Trendi, an Italian chef who has traveled the world studying cuisine, bringing his talents and dishes to the citizens of Morayo as a result of all the fresh ingredients available in town. We come to find out that this is no ordinary restaurant. There apparently is no menu available. Antonio can serve his dishes just by taking a look at his customers. He demonstrates this ability on Okuyasu and reveals that Okuyasu had diarrhea the previous night. Just airing his business out, I see how it is. He also says Okuyasu got only 4 hours of sleep, has athlete's foot, 2 cavities, and a stiff shoulder. And I'm sitting here like, damn. Okuyasu must have had a terrible night if his diarrhea and stinky foot is keeping him up at night. After exposing Okuyasu in front of Josuke, Tonio provides them some water and heads back to his kitchen to prepare Okuyasu's food. The both guys take a sip and claim it's the best water they've ever had. Suddenly, Okuyasu begins bawling his eyes out. Dang bro, the water cannot be that good. He cried more here than he did when his brother died. It's then shown that the water Okuyasu drank actually flushed and cleaned his eyes out, as well as fixing the insomnia he had as a result of his lack of sleep. For his first meal, Okuyasu receives a salad with mozzarella cheese and tomatoes. Okuyasu takes a bite and finds it to taste spectacular. Josuke wants to get a bite himself, but Okuyasu refuses to share, so then he tries to order a plate. Tonio interrupts and tells him that the dish is meant to cure Okuyasu's stiff shoulder only, warning him to take his jacket off. Okuyasu complies and begins to scrape the skin off his shoulder, scraping so much it literally creates a ball of dead skin. After the scratching, Okuyasu's shoulder stiffness does in fact go away, and he feels better than ever. Josuke begins to feel suspicious about Tonio's methods for creating his delicious food, and I honestly don't see why. If I was eating delicious Italian food that could cure, let's say, my sore back, then I would be devouring food until I exploded, no questions asked. For the next dish, Tonio brings out harlot spaghetti, and man does it look delicious. However, since it is spicy, Okuyasu is unable to eat it. He's pretty saddened by this, but Josuke calls him lucky and begins sharing his thoughts about the suspicions he holds against Tonio. Eventually, Okuyasu caves and begins to chow down. He's looking like me when I'm out eating with my girlfriend. Suddenly, a rotten tooth flies out of his mouth, and then so does the second one. He grows 2 brand new healthy teeth, and it looks so painful. Josuke has finally had enough and uses his stand on the spaghetti, reverting it back to its original ingredients. This is when we get our first look at Tonio's stand. What? Tonio has a stand? Yeah, surprise surprise. No matter how good one's cooking may be, there's no way it's curing all these problems without some sort of phenomenon behind it. This is our first look at his stand, and at first glance, I thought it looked a little scary, with its aggressive looking eyes and sharp teeth. Okuyasu bends down, holding his stomach in excruciating pain. Josuke runs to the back of the restaurant and into the kitchen, believing that Tonio must be attacking Okuyasu using his stand. He finds Tonio feeding a dog a sample of his main dish, and all of a sudden, that dog's organs come flying out of his mouth. Tonio turns to see Josuke and throws a knife at him, threatening him for going into the kitchen. Josuke turns to see Okuyasu devouring the main dish, resulting in his organs, more specifically his stomach, also coming out of his body. It appears like Tonio gets the jump on Josuke and is preparing to attack him with some object, but in a sudden turn of events, he simply hands him a bar of soap, asking him to wash his hands. We find Okuyasu perfectly fine, in fact, doing better than ever with his stomach being cured from all the diarrhea from the night before. Even the dog's stomach was also healed by Tonio's food. At the end of the day, Tonio was really just a genuine kind chef wanting to share his culinary expertise with others, using his stand Pearl Jam to create food that not only tastes amazing but also performs miracles. If someone were to ask me, "Hey Gilly, what's your favorite stand?" I'd without a doubt say that it's Pearl Jam. A common misconception is that Pearl Jam automatically makes the food taste amazing and heal you. However, it's actually Tonio's cooking and selection of ingredients that causes these effects. Pearl Jam simply amplifies it and gives the dishes the ability to cure those illnesses. I myself am no cook, my girlfriend is much better when it comes to that aspect, but I think I could learn to use Pearl Jam's powers in my dishes. Probably not as good as Tonio, but hopefully enough to cure some other stuff. Josuke and Okuyasu reveal to Tonio that they are also stand users, and Tonio is shocked to find others with abilities just like him. We get another look at Pro Gem here, and aww, so cute! Just look at the way Tonio holds this one, and look at this one's derpy face. Tonio scolds Josuke for running into the kitchen with dirty hands, and forces him to clean it thoroughly, ending the episode. Anyways, that's it for this video. As always, please like and subscribe. Alright, see y'all. だけど今日も徐々に文句なんか言って日常を踊る Crazy Noisy Be the Town